Okay, so in today's update about Algorand, we are going to check out this whole move on the upside and see what are the possible scenarios in here. And I'm going to tell you why I think soon we are going to see a move down. So with all that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about Algo, I believe we were right around these areas, and the idea was that we may see another move up, and at that point I'm hoping that we get a move down in Algo. Why? Because this move up, to me at least back then, seemed a lot like an impulsive structure, and what happens after a 5-wave up, you know what, a move on the downside. Now back in the day I told you if this move is a slow and choppy move down, okay, that can be a very optimistic sign suggesting we are going to have some more upward price action. And we did get a move up in here, but I am going to be the first one to admit it. If on this specific day I wasn't actually feeling sick and I was going to make an update on Algorand, I would have told you you need to be careful because this move down is quite strong. So I want to be very clear, right in here I would have been completely wrong about Algo. Now I think we can all agree that when you go on maybe 15-minute time frame, you can definitely identify starting from here an A, B, C in form of a zigzag structure down. And let's just do this. Okay, from this point moving forward, we can say maybe this is a 1, 2, 3 correction for 4 to about here, and then another move on the upside into wave 5. Now in my primary scenario, I'm gonna say this is an impulse, this is another one, and odds are right in here we are having another impulse, and well, on a higher degree, these might be the subwaves for, you know what, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, which can be considered as a very optimistic sign suggesting the final low is set. Is this enough of a sign for us to be 100% bullish? No. First of all, there is no certainty in any market. In every single video, I'm trying to tell you, anybody that talks technical analysis, they are just talking about the probabilities. And second, what happens after an impulsive structure? You know what, we're gonna have a move down. That's why I wanna say probably a correction structure. I mean, hopefully a correction structure started from Algorand from this point, and it might be in form of an A, B, and then another decent move down into our C leg, and it might be an ABC expanded flat structure. Now, if this is the case, great. From here, we can expect another big move up. And in this phase, what I really do care about is this. Are we going to manage to get back above this unbelievably important level, which the higher band of it is about 21.5? If we do this, that is going to be an excellent sign suggesting potentially our downtrend in Algo is over, and this might be a beautiful bullish setup for some huge moves on the upside in the near future. So for now, I think we can be a bit optimistic, but since right now we are under this important level, I think we need to be at the same time a bit careful and not jump into like a 100% bullish conclusion. Let's get a move down first, and then we will see where we go from there. Now, do we have some signs suggesting in the short term we are indeed going to get at least this phase down? The answer, I believe, is yes. Let's go on H1 time frame, zoom in more, sorry about that. Okay, so what do we have in here? This is a high, these are highs, and the next ones are higher highs. Now in MACD, as you can see, we are having highs, but the other ones are actually lower highs. So basically we are having between the recent highs in MACD and the live chart a bearish divergence, which by itself is a bit of a negative sign suggesting we are going to get a move down. Now you probably know what I'm about to say. You see, sure, a bearish divergence by itself is a negative sign. However, the moment that we get a break of the divergence line, that actually means that the bearish divergence, number one, is not going to work and is invalidated, and number two, from here we can expect like a very sharp move on the upside. And if I just zoom in a bit more, okay, as you can see, I guess you can argue that maybe this divergence is right now even broken, but for now I'm not really going to put a lot of confidence in this break. I'm just going to wait a little bit more and see, are we going to get another move up and do maybe something like this in MACD. If we do this, that's going to be a beautiful bullish sign, suggesting, who knows, maybe from here we're not going to get a move down, and maybe even starting from the current point we are going to get our big move up in order to get back above this important level, and maybe even we're going to go and reach to about here, and then it's going to be time to have some sort of a move on the downside. This is also another possibility, but again, I want to be very clear. As long as we are not getting a clear cut break of these divergence lines, we shouldn't really be talking about this scenario right in here. For now, let's consider our move down starting soon, potentially even from the current point, and then if we see the right structures in here, we are going to be a bit more optimistic than before. Also, in terms of what is happening on Algorand's chart relative to Bitcoin, as you can see, we are still above this important support area, which I think it was from daily time frame, and this can be definitely a good sign, and I'm hoping that in the short term we manage to confirm this potential bullish head and shoulder structure. And when will it get confirmed? When we get a break of the neckline right in here and do a move above it, and then pull back, and followed by that a continuation of the move up, which means if this happens in the short term, we can expect for Algorand to outperform Bitcoin a little bit. And also the fact that it seems like we are kind of having a bit of a wedge structure in here can be another optimistic sign. And as you can see, yes, we in fact got a break out of our wedge, which can be again definitely another bullish sign, suggesting maybe in the short term we are going to outperform BTC. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's update. In Algorand's chart, we are definitely looking optimistic, but I do not believe that just because we are looking a bit optimistic, we should be right now 100% bullish. No, I think we need to wait a little bit more and see a move down, and then in this area, if we manage to have the right structures, okay, we are going to be absolutely bullish and say we are going to have another move up. And again, in this phase, I really care about getting back above this important level, which the higher band of it is around 21.5 cents. If we do it, okay, I promise you, you can be at that point bullish in Algo with a lot more confidence. Being at the moment under this level, I'll be honest, does kind of make me a bit worried. So for now, let's count on a move down, potentially from here, and then we will see where we go from there. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand's price chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.